Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a Sunday workout with me vlog. So I'm going to take you through my whole entire workout. Today is a quad day, but I wanted to make this video a little bit more chatty also about my current workout split. So I wanted to run you guys through what my workout split is and why I do it. I feel like I've told you guys what it is before, but I don't think I've really talked about why and the purpose of it and why I personally like to work out this way. So a lot of people will do like a Monday I do legs, Tuesday I do upper body, Wednesday I do legs, Thursday I do upper body, Fridays maybe a rest day, something like that, where they base things off of the day of the week. Whereas I personally run a 6-day split. So today is actually my day 1 and it's a Sunday. So today is my quad focused leg day. And then day 2 tomorrow is Monday. So that would be my push day. Day 3 is Tuesday for me. This week, that's a glute day. Day 4 this week will be Wednesday, and that's a pull day. Day 5 this week is Thursday, hamstrings. And then day 6, which is the last day of my split, is, what day is that, Friday? Yeah, Friday is a cardio and core day. So that's kind of my active rest day. So out of my 6-day split, 5 of them are strength training, and then 1 of them is a cardio core day / active rest day. That's kind of what I consider active rest. For me personally, I've been working out for years now, so like taking a full rest day for me isn't really super necessary in my opinion, especially because I work out so much. So that's kind of one thing that I wanted to jump into, why my split is different than maybe a newbie or somebody newer to the gym. So if you're newer to the gym, you can definitely start making progress by working out 3 to 4 days a week. That's great if you've never really strength trained before. However, since I've been doing this for years now, like that's really not going to cut it at all for me. So if I'm looking to build muscle or lose fat also, but strength training is key for both of those things, especially right now I'm trying to build muscle, so I need to strength train personally at least 5 days a week in order to make progress. So now during my 6-day split, I'm technically strength training 6 days a week with 1 active rest day, and that's perfect for me. That's why I've been able to see progress recently in the past year. So this is definitely a different approach to somebody who's newer at the gym. You can definitely make progress 3-4 days a week, like I said. However, since I've been strength training since high school and doing sports and stuff my whole entire life, I just basically need more muscle tension and more activity, I guess you could say, in order to continue to make progress. So one thing that's great and key for any single exercise split is progressive overload. So that kind of takes me into my next point, how I track my sets and my reps. So I do this actually in my notes app currently, or on the app Trainerize that I use for my PT clients. Every single set and every single rep, I like to do this in my notes app just because I could see okay, 6 weeks ago, this is how many sets I did for this amount of weight, reps, and everything like that. So I'll try and explain this as easily as possible, but I'm going to try and explain how I track my sets and my reps in an effective and clear way because it's kind of confusing. But anyways, so in my notes app, basically I have all 5 exercises that I'm going to do today. I'll probably screenshot a picture and put it in here. And so I could see, 3 weeks ago when I started this split, set 1, say I started squatting at 115. I did 115 for 8 reps, set 2, 115 for 10 reps, set 3, 115 for 12 reps, set 4, since I hit 12 reps, I increased the weight to 125, I think, for 8 reps. And then set 5, I did 125 for 10 reps. So every single exercise, I increase by 2 reps, and then once I hit 12 reps, I increase the weight. So that's the way that I do progressive overload. You do not need to do this. You could do progressive overload in terms of time under tension. You could add reps, you could add weight. Any of those things are great for progressive overload, but every single exercise and every single time you do that exercise, you should be either increasing one of those 3 things. So this is also your reminder to really keep track of your workouts. Like I said, whether you do this in your notes app, you use an app that you downloaded, but make sure that you're tracking your workouts so you can ensure that you are doing progressive overload one way or another in order to be making progress, regardless of whether you work out 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever it may be. Keep track of things, and also take progress pictures too, so you can really see okay, when I was doing this kind of strength training where I'm really tracking my reps, focusing on progressive overload, how has my body truly changed from these 2 time points. So take progress pics, track your every single exercise, every single rep, all of your weights, religiously, and that's definitely something that's going to totally help you make progress at the gym. So going off of my workout split and how I track my sets and my reps personally, I would definitely recommend starting lighter, especially if you're newer, you've never strength trained before, and maybe you have on and off for some time. Start with like something really manageable for you. So like 4 days a week is great. You could do 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days. That's typically what I recommend to either clients of mine who are really busy or who, you know, are kind of newer to strength training. 4 days a week is great, and then start working up from there depending on how your goals change. So for instance, if you really want to emphasize leg growth, glute growth, development of the lower body, you can add another leg day into that. So kind of go from there, start small, start manageable, and then kind of add on from there. And like I said, progressive overload is key for no matter where you're starting. But let's get into this workout. I might do it mic'd up actually, so that might be fun depending on how busy the gym is. It's kind of busy right now, but I did want to touch on, if you're watching this today or the following day, Miss Paragon is having their Black Friday sale still, so up to 70% off actually online, certain styles, and then 40% off everything else. So 70% off select styles, and then 40% off all regular priced items. And you can use code Black Friday 30 and SYDNEYL to get you 40% off everything, and then certain things are like 70% off with code SYDNEYL. So definitely use my code to get you an extra 10% off of everything. And yeah, Miss WolfPak, also my gym bag over here. These are my go-to. I love them so much. Miss WolfPak is also having a Black Friday sale where they're, I think, up to like 50% off select items. Not sure when that's ending, but go check them out. You can also use code SYDNEYL there to save you on anything that's not on sale that you might be looking for. These make the best Christmas presents ever, by the way. I got my first one ever for Christmas like a few years ago, and then I started working with a brand which was like the biggest, coolest thing ever. But anyways, check out Paragon's Black Friday sale, check out WolfPak's Black Friday sale. I also use these shakers from them to either put like pre-workout in or my greens in, or even hot coffee in the mornings, because I'm a personal trainer. So I make my coffee like mid-morning, which for me is like 7 a.m. In order to get going. So those you can either put hot stuff in there, cold stuff in there, great stocking stuffers. And yeah, I'm also sipping on my Prime. They kindly sent this to me, so I like their energy drinks quite a bit. They have some good flavors. But yeah, let's head into the gym. I'll walk you through my quad focus leg day. This is day 1 of my split, and yeah, let's get it. All right, guys, we are going to be starting the workout off with some squats, so barbell squats here. I'll kind of cue you through how I do it with my in-person clients, but I set myself up right in the middle with the barbell up on my traps. I unrack, take a couple steps back, plant my feet hip width apart, bracing my core super tight. And then while I'm moving as slow as I possibly can, I'm focused on getting nice and low, especially for the first couple sets where you're not as heavy quite yet. You really want to focus on tempo and moving as slow as possible. Of course, with any compound lift, you're keeping your core tight throughout the duration of the whole exercise. All right, so next up we've got hack squats. This is literally my least favorite exercise out of the whole workout, so I'm ready to get this over with. All right, so to set up for hack squats, I line my feet up basically hip width apart, and then I'm going to brace my core super tight. And just like for squats, we're going to move as slow as humanly possible on the way down. And we're going to go full range of motion, tap, and right back up. Keeping the core tight, which is hard to do while you're talking, but tap, and right back up. First set, I'm going to do 8 reps. I got 55 pounds each side. All Alright, next up we have single leg press. This is a super weird angle, so I apologize for that, but I like this machine, especially to target some glutes within my quad day here. So I line my toes up, pointing towards the top corner of the opposite platform, and then I'm pressing right through the heels and going down super slow. Press right through the heel and down slow. I'm going to do 8 on this side, 8 on the other side, set 2, 10 and 10, set 3, 12 and 12, and then I'm going to add some weight. Alright, lastly, we've got walking lunges. I have to put my hair in a ponytail because whenever I wear like t-shirts at the gym, I literally overheat. That's why you rarely ever see me wearing like a shirt over a sports bra in the gym, just because I overheat like crazy. But let's do some walking lunges. We're going to go down and back 4 times. Alright, so for leg extensions, I do kind of a 3-in-1 superset. First 8 reps, I already did them. I'm going to point my toes together, so toes facing each other basically, 8 reps there. I just did my second set, 8 reps with my toes pointed forward, 30-second rest in between, and now I'm going to do my third set within this triset where both my toes are pointed out to the side, so this way I'm hitting all of the quads within the leg extension exercise itself. Alright, so first set, toes pointed in, second set, toes pointed forward, third set here, toes pointed out, 8 reps, squeezing at the top, pausing for at least a second, and then down super slow. So that was technically my first set. I do a tri-set for these to ensure that I'm hitting all parts of the quads. I'm going to do that one more time. 10 reps, toes pointed in, 10 reps, toes pointed forward, 10 more reps, toes pointed out, and then I'm done with this. Alright guys, that was the strength training portion of my workout. I'm currently deceased. I'm about to hop on the Stairmaster to get my cardio in. I think I'm down to 25 minutes on leg days, 25 minutes on leg days, 30 minutes on upper body days, and then 45 to 60 minutes on cardio and core days, just depending on time in the week, stuff like that. So I'm about to head to the stairs and I'll chat with you guys in the car when I wrap up. Alright guys, I just finished my cardio, 25 minutes on the stairs. I'm a sweaty Betty for sure. I'm gonna go home, shower, make a protein shake, and that is something that's non-negotiable for me, by the way. No matter what I'm training, even if it's a cardio core day, I always make a protein shake. And I use MyProtein's vegan protein powder for that. Pretty much no matter what, like I know that I'm getting my protein in with that meal and it just makes me feel good. So yeah, protein shakes every single day, non-negotiable. You do not need to have protein supplements. You could literally do like a smoothie with like a bunch of greens, veggies in it. I also like doing protein shakes because I can add kale, spinach. I also get a bunch of berries in there and fruit that I wouldn't normally eat technically sometimes during the day. So I just can jam pack that with nutrients and protein. That is an everyday non-negotiable as soon as I get home from the gym. And yeah, what else? Oh, also I am doing 50% off my online PT. So if you are looking to look for So if you're looking to work for a personal trainer, I would love to help you out, whether your goal is fat loss, muscle building, whatever it may be, a combination of both. I can help you, and I'm offering 50% off your first month of personal training. So if you go fill out the application for that down below and write somewhere in there like first month 50% off, you will get 50% off. So offering 50% off your first month of working with me, and then of course if you start seeing results and you like working together, then we can continue that partnership. My online PT is meant to be a more longer term thing, right? Because you're not going to really hit your goals within a month, so it is more of a long-term commitment, whereas I'm also offering 50% off both of my programs that I have that are downloadable. You purchase them, they're yours to keep forever. You know, there's not much contact between me and you for them. It's really a downloadable ebook. I have one that is a 12-week strength training guide, so if you're looking to build muscle, that Strong with Syd program is for you. And then I have my Shred with Syd program, which is an 8-week fat loss guide. So both of those are 50% off. I think they're 20 bucks each right now, but once you download them, they're yours to keep forever. You get a ton of information in there for building muscle or losing fat. You also get a plan to work out and how to adjust your meals based on your goals. So if you're looking for a more, you know, go at your own pace, short-term, low commitment thing, those programs are awesome. And you also get to keep that information forever. But if you have really specific goals, like you're a mom or you work weird hours and you can't figure out time to work out, or you can't find a plan that works for you and your goals, then my online personal training is more for you. So definitely offering some big discounts for December, January, whenever you would like to start. So go check those out down below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next video.